Grammar practice, the past tense and the past continuous tense statements too. In this exercise, we're going to talk about when and how to use the past tense and the past continuous tense. Let's talk about the past continuous tense. As in all continuous tenses, the form is always a be verb with the verb ing. Only in present continuous, the be verbs are am, are, is. We use am, are, is with verb ing in the present continuous. As for the past continuous, we change the be verbs to their past tense, was and were. So we use was or were with the verb ing. We use the past continuous tense to talk about a continuous action, a continuous activity in the past. So let's look at the questions. Number 1. Last night while I to school, a car accident. You can see that in the sentence is connected by the conjunction while. And there are two actions. One of them is a continuous action in the past, it's a longer action in the past. Another one is something that happened. So we use the past continuous with the longer action, and you can see that the longer action is walk, and you saw an accident while you were walking. The other way to differentiate when to use the past continuous and when to use the past tense is by looking at the word while. The conjunction while, we can only use it with the longer action. So in this case, we have to use it with the past continuous tense. So we say, last night while I was walking. A past tense be verb with verb ing to school. I, past tense, saw a car accident. So the answer is, last night while I was walking to school, I saw a car accident. A truck an old man who the street. Well, let's take a look at this. A truck an old man. So we know that it is not a very long action, it's not a continuous action. It happened in an instant. So we use the past tense. A truck hit, since it happened last night. An old man who, what was the old man doing when the truck hit him? He was crossing the street. So crossing the street is a relatively long action. It's a continuous action. While the old man was walking, he was hit by a car. So we use the past continuous with the word cross. So who was, because who refers to the old man crossing the street. So the answer is, a truck hit an old man who was crossing the street. He at the traffic lights when he the street. You can see this, the sentence is a negative sentence, and we know that when we have a verb, we need a helping verb, and the only helping verb that we are allowed to use in the past tense is did. So he didn't look. Remember, base verb. At the traffic lights, always remember traffic lights with S. When he the street. Now be careful, you might be tempted to write the sentence in the past continuous, but look at the conjunction that we have here. When. We can only use when with the past tense sentence. So when he crossed the street. Alright? That's why he was hit. So I'll repeat the answer for question number 1. Last night, while I was walking to school, I saw a car accident. A truck hit an old man who was crossing the street. He didn't look at the traffic lights when he crossed the street. That's why he was hit. Now let's take a look at question number 2. Lee a movie with her friends the day before yesterday. Well, we're talking about something happened in the past. There is no need for past continuous. It's not talking about a continuous action while she was doing something, something happened, just something happened in the past. For something like this, an event in the past, we use the simple past tense. So Lee watched. Just something happened in the past. Something happened while they the movie. Well, you can see that two things happen at the same time. So while they were watching. Remember, we use while with a longer action. A strange man suddenly up and loudly. Okay, so somebody suddenly do something. It's something in the past too. So we use the past simple tense. The strange man suddenly stood up and shouted loudly. Alright? So the answer is, a strange man suddenly stood up and shouted loudly. Oh, sorry, loudly, there's a spelling mistake. It should be Loudly, loudly. Everybody at him, then he down quietly. Well, everybody, when he stood up, everybody did something or was doing something. Now for this one, you can have two possible answers. You can use the past tense, which is looked at him. Or if you want to focus on the action that people at the movie theater did at the moment, you can use the past continuous. You can say everybody was, but be careful, everybody, singular, we always use singular verbs like was and is, was looking at him. So for this one, you can use both. And then he quietly. Sit is definitely a short action. It's not a continuous action, so we use the past tense. Sorry, S-A-T, sit down quietly, as if nothing had happened. Besides the strange incident, they a lot of fun together that day. What's that day? That day means the day they watched the movie, so it was the day before yesterday. So it's in the past. You use the past tense. They had a lot of fun together that day. So let's talk about question number 2. Ling watched a movie with her friends the day before yesterday. Something happened while they were watching the movie. A strange man suddenly stood up and shouted loudly. Everybody looked at him, and then he sat down quietly as if nothing had happened. Besides that strange incident, they had a lot of fun together that day. Alright, let's move on to question number 3. Kate hurt her ankle yesterday. Well, something happened yesterday. It's an event. We use the past tense for something that happened in the past. So the sentence should be written in the past tense. Kate, sprain is a regular verb, so all we need is to add ed at the end. Kate sprained her ankle yesterday. She while she doing something. So you can see two actions, sprain and skate. Which one is longer? Of course, it's the action skate. So we use skate with the past continuous, and also because the keyword while can only be connected with a longer action. So she sprained, past simple tense, and it while she was skating. Okay, so the answer is she sprained it while she was skating. What is it referring to? It refers to her ankle. Alright? Her friend to the nearby hospital right after the accident. Well, her friend did something for her. So they took her, past tense, to a nearby hospital. Okay, it's an event, no need for past continuous tense. The doctor her to take a few days off. So the doctor told her something that day. Of course, you have to use the past tense, and since tell is a regular verb, we have to change it to told. So the doctor told her to take a few days off. Now let's say the answer for question number 3. Kay sprained her ankle yesterday. She sprained it while she was skating. Her friends took her to a nearby hospital right after the accident. The doctor told her to take a few days off. Let's take a look at question number 4. While Sam had fun playing the MMORPG with his friends, the electricity suddenly dead. Now, what's MMORPG? I'm pretty sure that a lot of boys, or even some girls, play this online. This is called massive multiple online role play game. Okay, 多人连线上网角色扮演游戏 is MMORPG. Massive multiple online role-play games. And that's the full name for MMORPG. Now, for this one, you can see there are two actions happening at the same time. Playing, having fun, and the other one is electricity, something happened to the electricity. Which one is longer? It's the one that we use with while. You can use the conjunction to differentiate the difference, or you can look at the action itself. Having fun, of course, is a longer and continuous action in the past. So we use this with the past continuous. So we will say, while Sam was having fun playing the MMORPG with his friends, the electricity suddenly, past tense of go, went dead. Alright, so the answer is, while Sam was having fun playing the MMORPG with his friends, the electricity suddenly went dead. He didn't see anything in the dark. Of course, it was talking about that day when he played the MMORPG with his friends. So, negative sentence, and the helping verb that we have to use is can. The past tense of can is could, not, so couldn't. He couldn't see anything in the dark. He to get the flashlight in the door, but he find it. So what did he try to do? Well, he tried, past tense, to get a flashlight in the drawer, but he, again, couldn't find it. He to try his luck in the living room. Maybe he will find a candle or something. So he, past tense of think is thought. He thought to try his luck in the living room. Maybe he would find a candle or something. Just then, the power, of course, happened that day, so it's past tense, went back on. While he, well, you see the conjunction while, use it with a longer action. He was trying to make his way to the living room. So the answer for question number 4, listen carefully. While Sam was having fun playing the MMORPG with his friends, the electricity suddenly went dead. He couldn't see anything in the dark. He tried to get the flashlight in the drawer, but he couldn't find it. He thought to try his luck in the living room. Maybe he would find a candle or something. Just then the power went back on, and while he was trying to make his way to the living room. Alright, thank you for watching this.